Hi everybody, it's Eileen again, and it's the day after Halloween. Excuse me, my allergies are really bad today. I hope you all had a great Halloween, and I loved all the videos that you guys did in your costumes. That was really cool. I just watched mine from yesterday, and I couldn't believe I did the whole thing with my fangs on. I apologize if that annoyed anybody, because I was smacking my lips all the time, so I was drooling. I couldn't take the fangs out because they're practically cemented on there, and I had a party to go to later on, so I had to keep them on. Anyways, every morning I've been taking photos of the scale that I get on, so I don't forget my weight, because sometimes I forget to write it down in the hustle and bustle of getting the kids ready for school and all that. So yesterday morning, I was looking at the pictures from yesterday morning, and I was 147.8. And I weighed myself this morning, and I was 148.6. So I did have some weight gain on the low day, which is good. I also wanted to tell you that I had those Filipino sausages I was telling you about in my last video, and I was looking at the label. I've never looked at the label before. Not on those sausages. And the sausages are like 2.5 inches, about that big, 2.5 inches long, and one sausage is 8.5 grams of fat. And I had 4 of those. So I thought that was good for breakfast. Plus, I had rice with that. And then for lunch, I proceeded to have Halloween candy for lunch. And then we had buttery popcorn at the movies. Also, after that, we went to Cheesecake Factory, and we had fried foods and some fish that I knew I won't be able to have. And then we got the red velvet cheesecake to go. So it's waiting for me in the kitchen right now. So after the video, I'm going to go get some of that. And I found out that one slice of that cheesecake is a whopping 1,550 calories. One slice. Do you believe that? My gosh, it's so good. So if any of you are watching this video because your low day is approaching, I would highly recommend the red velvet cheesecake. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yes, I wasn't that hungry today either, but I did get through today forcing myself to eat all that. I didn't feel like I needed a gag or anything like that, so that was good. Also wanted to talk about the injection. Yesterday I did the injection on my inner thigh, and I did it by the, I read the instructions and I did it exactly the way they said to do it. I jabbed it in real fast and blah, blah, blah. And, it stung a little. And I think part of it was because I didn't let the alcohol dry all the way. So when I pushed it in there, it was it stung a little bit. But then it didn't really leave that much of a mark after. Now today was a different story. I tried doing it on the outer thigh, and youch. I mean, it didn't hurt a lot. I wasn't in pain or any, like major pain, but it hurt more than yesterday, and it bled more. I think when I pulled it out crooked or something, because this big dark dot of blood started seeping out. I was like, oh my gosh. And it also left a mark bigger than the one yesterday. Like the one yesterday was like a dot, and today was like a millimeter round circle of blood, blood clot. So I wanted to ask you guys if you knew what the difference was between doing it in the stomach and the thigh. Because I have a few numb spots on my stomach from surgery I had when I was a baby. So it's numb a little bit, like close to those areas. So I can easily give myself a shot there. So I wanted to know, would it make any difference if I did that or not? One last thing I wanted to talk about that was important to me was I got an email saying, an email from one of you that said it didn't look like I needed to be on HCG, and that's kind of what I was afraid of, about what people would think, because I only needed to lose this 20 pounds. And that's why I was trying to tell you a little bit about my family health background in my first video. My mom started gaining a lot of weight during and after menopause, and even more after being diagnosed with diabetes. Um, so I read Simeon's protocol, and I myself have some of the signs that he mentions of the tendency for obesity. Like he was saying something about the hump in my back, which I do have that under my neck here, and then my arms that flail out like that. And I thought that was interesting. I mean, I don't know if all that is accurate or true or anything like that, but I did find a few of those signs on me. And of course, I knew this already by just looking at my mom and my aunts and my uncles. I mean, they used to be thin, and now they're not. And I surely do have a tendency to be like that. So all my life, I tried to stay in sports, be really active. I used to work out a lot. I even went and tried to get a fitness like certificate, so that I to force myself to make sure I work out. But really, my problem lay in my eating habits. Um, I've yo-yo dieted for years now. I mean, I have some pictures. I have some videos actually out on my other channel where I actually do look thin, and I am thin, I think, on a couple of them. But it just goes to show how fast I can gain the weight back. It's all a facade. It's like it's all makeup and everything on those videos. I actually carry all my weight in the middle section, like from the waist down, my hips and my thighs and my butt, and then it's all evenly distributed in my back and all that. So I could tell, my husband could tell when I've gained my weight back. It's really easy. So I was drawn to this diet because of the reset that's supposed to happen with my weight. It's supposed to reset my my healthy weight to a lower weight. And I'm really putting my faith in that, about this diet, because I'm tired of yo-yo dieting. I'm tired of being afraid that I'm going to get all these family diseases, the diabetes and the high blood pressure and all that. And I also want to be a good example for my kids as well, especially my daughter, who has a hell of a sweet tooth. And we argue all the time. I mean, she's pretty good at saying, oh, okay, but she's whining. She really wants that piece of candy or that cake or that cookie or whatever. And, I'm doing this for them too. So need I say more? I mean, that seems like it's important enough to do it. But I'm not going to say more because this video is getting long already. So I'll see you all tomorrow on my first VLCD day, and hopefully it works out. And I'm going to email the doc tomorrow and see if I can take my my nasal spray for my allergies, because in Simeon's protocol, I guess you're not supposed to take any medication. But that was over 30 years ago that he wrote that thing, or 30 years ago. So I want to see if some of the medications have changed, and if I could take at least the nasal spray, or else I'm going to be miserable like this all the time. This is the time of the year that I get these allergies. And that's it. So wish me luck and good night. And I'm going to go eat the leftover cheesecake before this day's over. So bye-bye.